Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and neither are any of these blokes. This is Rheinmettal from Calm Clan. Rheinmettal in the M3 Lee, the Tier 4 American medium tank. Let's have a look at this thing. It's the strangest looking tank, and it certainly is a weird looking tank. But look, you might describe this one as a bit of a stat padders game. You might look, you could describe it as anything you like. One thing for sure, it's not dull though. The M3 Lee at Tier 4 has got 110 damage gun, 75mm gun, 110 damage, 92 pen with standard, 127 with APCR rounds, which is premium ammunition. You can see at the start of the game, some of the little light tanks, the PZ-1C, which is one of the ones, did a bit of a scout run up here and lit up a heap of enemy tanks up there in the north. Unfortunately, he paid for it with his life, but he certainly spotted some enemy tanks, that's for sure. Rheinmettal from Calm Clan, like he might be criticised for doing this. He's a top tier medium tank, a tank that could probably be described as a pseudo heavy tank. He's looking towards that Type 95, but the Type 95 still on the other side of the railway line. Let's see what he does in this battle in Wide Park. He puts a nice shot into the M2 medium, shoots and bounces the Type 95, and of course it's got a pretty quick firing gun. Just misses out on the kill shot. The Largo picks up the honours in that one, looking towards where that Type 95 was last seen. Can't see him. 2-4's the score. The looks goes down, and there's the enemy looks. He'll be looking for the kill shot on that one. That one doesn't land, but it's a pretty quick reloading gun. At Tier 4, the score is 2-4. Gets a shot into the Type 95. He wants to get rid of that top tier heavy tank if he can, and then he could probably really push on these enemy tanks. Let's see if he does that. I'm not sure. Maybe Rheinmettal's just grinding this new line, maybe? I'm not too sure, but let's not be critical. He's moving this funny looking tank around. Looks like he's going to look for the Panzer 1C. Panzer 1C looks like he might be popping around this corner any minute. One shot should really ruin his day. He's bouncing those shots, no worries in the world. Picks up his first kill, gets rid of the Tier 3 German light tank. That's the one with the little machine gun. That Largo picks up his second kill, making the score 5-9, but there's still a hell of a lot of work to do if they're going to turn this one into a win. The PZ-38T, look, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about that tank. That one goes down to the M2 medium, and the M2 medium picks up another kill, getting rid of the M3 GFT. That sounds like it might be one of those Chinese tank destroyers. Continues to aim around there, misses the shot on the Type 95. The Largo having a ripper of a game. He's up to 4 kills now. He's really got to support that Largo. He clearly knows what he's doing. TKKC clan, they clearly like their Tier 4s over at TKKC. Unfortunately, Rheinmettal missing a few shots, and the Largo goes down. I think the Largo, certainly not lucky. Finds the M2 medium again, puts one shot into him. The second shot bounces, continues to aim towards that Tier 3 American medium tank. He gets spotted, pulls back. He knows there's something on the cap because the cap timer has just gone off. Continues to pull back. This it's looking like a bit of a filthy game, this one. The score's 8-13. Let's see what Rheinmettal could do to try and pull this away. One thing he's got going for him, he's still full health, but full health at this tier level is only 310 hit points. The enemy T28 shoots and misses Rheinmettal. Rheinmettal shoots him, gets him for 94. And there's heaps of enemy tanks here. He's got APCR loaded, puts a shot into the Marder, cops 11 hit points. That must have been high explosive. Picks up the kill on the T28, continues to shoot towards the SU-76, changes his mind, looking towards that T28 again, pulling back again, looking for shots on these enemy tanks. There's kill number 3. Now it's 1 versus 5. 1 versus 5. It's a Kalabanovs if he can turn this one around. Not sure how many it was up against just a few seconds ago. There's that M2 medium again. Unlucky not to land that shot. M2 medium clearly firing high explosives, and it loses his loader, doesn't fix it. He wants to get rid of this M2. Gets rid of the M2. That's his 4th kill. Fixes his loader finally. And now he's got to focus on this Stritzwagen. Oh, geez, missing a few shots, isn't he? He's up to 159 damage. That's over triple the amount of hit points he brought into this game. There's the shot he was looking for, into the Stritzwagen M40. Shoots him again. He's down to 1 hit point though, and there's still 3 enemy tanks left. He's got to be careful here. He's only got 1 hit point. Picks up the 6 kill, gets rid of the T28, and now it's 1 versus 2. It was 1 versus 5, or it might have been 1 versus 6 or 7. It was the enemy team were just smashing it for a long time. Just saw a tree go down there. Shoots and tracks the M5A1 Tier 4 tank. He's bouncing shots like you would not believe. That's his 7th kill, and now it's just the artillery, so he hides around here. He doesn't want that artillery to get him. That artillery, he only needs to do 1 hit point of damage. His driver is injured. 1596 hit points of damage done so far. 440 blocks, so he's blocked more than the hit points of his vehicle. That M7 Priest, the Tier 3 American artillery piece, was last spotted up there at A5. Of course, that was probably right at the start when that Panzer 1C went for that massive scouting run. And let's just speed this one up a bit and see if you can find that pesky little Tier 3 artillery. He finally fixes his driver because the cooldown on his repair kit has sort of come good, but he's only got 1 hit point. So if that M7 Priest, I'm not sure, look, I'm not going to pretend to know much or anything about a Tier 3 artillery. If he shoots him, I'm not sure what the splash radius would be on a Tier 3 arty. Probably nothing at all. It probably does need a direct hit. Who knows? 7 kills, 1596 damage done. And now we know where that M7 Priest is. It's back at the base. As we make this go a little bit quicker, cue the Benny Hill music. He's coming forward to try and find this pesky little artillery. And let's see if he's found him. His first shot goes through the bricks. Shoots through the bricks again. He hasn't been spotted. He's blind shotting. And what did he do? Did he set him on fire? He did. He shot him and set him on fire, even though he wasn't spotted. In the end, he ends up with 8 kills in that filthy battle in the M3 lead. Padding stats to its finest at Tier 4. Rheinmettal from Calm Clan. That's how you get your stats up, folks. It's an Ace Taker Mastery Badge, Bruiser Medal, Hand of God, Arsonist for getting that kill by setting that artillery piece on fire, the Duelist Fire for Effect and Shell Proof, Calabanov's Medal for standing against 5 or more enemy teams and winning the game, the Defender for reducing the cap points by shooting that artillery on cap, Cool-Headed, Spartan, High Caliber and Top Gun. Have a look at that. He had an absolute ripper. 8 kills, 1736 damage done. Only one other tank, which is Alago, who was having a really good game until he got taken out. Only one other. He's the only other guy who did 500 hit points of damage. The M2 medium on the enemy team didn't do too badly either. Cost him dearly though, 26,500 credits. That's with a standard account. Even with a premium account, that would have cost him over 14,000 credits. He got the 100 defense points, so he must have been pretty close to the cap. 36 shots fired, 24 hit, 20 went through. Ace Taker Mastery Badge, Calabanovs, and thank you very much to Rheinmettal from Calm Clan for that little bit of a giggle game in the M3 League. Now it's time to move on to something a little bit more serious. This is the M4190 Grand Final tank. The M4190 Grand Final tank was the first ever Tier 8 premium light tank in World of Tanks. And in this kind of matchup, when you're top tier on a map like Fisherman's Bay, let's see what Rheinmettal can do. 90mm gun, 240 damage, 182 penetration, 250 with heat rounds, which is premium ammunition, and of course don't forget those HEP rounds, HEP, 320 damage for 102 penetration. So you only lose 80mm of penetration, and you gain 80 damage. Pretty handy for firing at artillery pieces and all that kind of stuff. So he's on Fisherman's Bay. He's trying to get some vision for his team. Can't say he's really succeeding in getting vision for his team. Only 3 enemy tanks have been lit up. But he's just warming up. It's only the start of this game. Look at that ping. Ping down to single digit figures. I'm tipping this is the Asian server. I'm pretty sure Rheinmettal, look, going by that ping, he must live next door to the server. Or maybe he's in Australia and he lives in Sydney. Who knows? I'm sure he'll let me know. Finds a WZ132, does cop a shot from him, but puts a shot in return. Just stretching his legs a bit in the M4190. Rheinmettal is no stranger to this YouTube channel, that's for sure. Always sends me some very entertaining battles. I'm sure you'll agree that little tier 4 performance was not too bad at all. Let's have a quick look at this tank. This is a pretty groovy little tank. It's came out probably a year or two ago now. I picked one up. I absolutely love it. Especially if you've got a reasonably good German light crew. Puts a couple of shots towards the FV4202, gets him with one of the shots, doesn't hit him with the second shot. Biding his time quite nicely, running around like man possessed on Fisherman's Bay. And I think that's one way to make a map like this work. Don't just go in all balls and all like I do and get blown apart by some big guns that might be down here or over here or wherever they might be. Just keep one eye on the mini-map when you're in a light tank and work out where's a good spot to abuse your vision and, I don't know, exploit these enemy tanks. Let's see what Rheinmettal from Calm Clan does. This is why Calm Clan, I'm sure they're going to be very active on the upcoming Clan Wars campaign. In fact, I reckon by the time this video goes up, the campaign might even be halfway through. So hopefully they'll be celebrating some reward tanks and all that kind of stuff. Rheinmettal just taking his time here, showing great patience, working out what he can do, where he can exploit his advantages. Of course, the tier 8 light tank might not have the armour or the massive gun that a heavy tank or a tank destroyer might have, but it does have the speed, the vision and the camouflage rating that and I reckon that's something he's gonna use pretty soon. Just misses a shot on the Stritchfag at 7-4. That looks like a better shot. Takes him down to a one shot, down to 87 hit points. Will this be the kill here? I reckon he'll beat him on the reload. He does. That's his first kill. 777 damage done. Very fuel efficient aeroplane, the 777. Little tidbit there. That's when they first came into service. That's what they were designed for when fuel prices went really high, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this game. Rheinmettal from Calm is looking to carry. He's just fine. The AT7 gets the shot off just before the British tank destroyer gets a shot into him. But his team are doing their best to make it hard for him. He's trying his best to carry. You can see on the minimap the Defender defending against three tanks here. The OHO, the T150 and the M4A3E2. Okay, the T150 and the M4 might both be tier 6, but the OHO, with its high explosive rounds, could certainly chip away at the premium Russian heavy tank. Can't see how many hit points that Defender's on, but I reckon if these three tanks all work together, they should have him for breakfast. Looks like Rheinmettal from Calm Clan on 2 kills, 1,014 damage done, has realised that. So he's going back to try and help get rid of the OHO. The OHO's only on 251 hit points. Looks like artillery's aiming his way. The Defender on 435. The Defender will probably fancy himself here because he's more than likely to block a lot of shots, especially from those tier 6s. The T54 Mod 1 picks up the kill on the OHO, the Japanese heavy tier 8 tank, one of the biggest tanks in the game. And of course I reckon artillery probably had a little bit to do with the demise of that Japanese heavy. As Rheinmettal continues to move forward, trying to get vision on these tanks, he's getting spotted by that WZ132, and that's why he's aiming at him. He wants to get rid of that WZ because that's the guy who's probably outspotting him in his M4190, the Chinese light tank, known for its good view range. And it's one of the few tier 8 tanks that didn't get promoted to tier 9 with the light tank changes. No, that's not going to do it. That 7-9 is the score. Rheinmettal on 2 kills, 1,014 hit points of damage. bounces the WZ132. He's got heat rounds loaded now. He really wants to make sure that WZ gets taken out. The defender down to 17 hit points now, and I reckon maybe he's going to start looking towards the T150 and the M4A3E2, both on, I wouldn't say low health, that sounds like something just went towards the enemy tanks. Goes for the kill shot on the T150, but the defender beats him, gets spotted. The M4A3E2 puts a shot and kills the defender, and now Rheinmettal is really going to earn his bickies here. Firmly aiming towards the M4A3E2, cops a shot, takes him down to 693 health, but he does help chip away at that tier 6 American medium tank and get a valuable gun out of the game. 9-10's the score. 2 kills to Rheinmettal, 15-18 damage done. Hasn't set the world on fire yet, but the artillery's clearly moving east. Maybe they've been spotted up here. And I think that's what Rheinmettal sort of working out. He'll be hoping those 2 artillery pieces, or 3 artillery pieces, aren't running this way because there's water there. We all know that sometimes artillery gets drawn towards water. We've all seen it, especially if you follow this YouTube channel. Now, the Tiger P has not been seen this game, either of the 3 enemy artilleries, which is not unusual. But the Tiger P has picked up a kill. There's the Tiger P now, been spotted by the T54 Mod 1. That's the premium. That's the premium. What's it called? Russian medium tank. Rheinmettal gets a shot into the Tiger P, gets another shot into the Tiger P. Is not lit. He needs to help this T54 keep chipping away at this tier 7 heavy tank. The score's 9-11. That T54 Mod 1 is in a world of trouble. The artillery on Rheinmettal's team killed the T54 Mod 1. Rheinmettal gets the kill on the Tiger P, and there's that pesky WZ132 again. He really wants to get rid of that 132 and just take that advantage out of the game for the enemy team. He's still got heat rounds loaded. He's on 3 kills, 2,457 damage done. The FV4202 is getting pinged on the map, but shouldn't take too much to kill the premium British medium tank. Now's probably the time to start shooting. It looks like he's been lit. Takes the FV4202 down to a 1 shot. He might cop 1 shell for this, but it doesn't matter because kill number 4 has just presented himself, and it was the British premium medium tank, the FV4202. 11-12's the score now, so it's 3 versus 4. Rheinmettal on 4 kills. Rheinmettal and 2 artilleries against the WZ132 and 3 artilleries. And it sounds like all 3 of those artilleries just fired Rheinmettal's way. You can see the 2 remaining artilleries on Rheinmettal's team are both relocating, unfortunately, for the Russian one, the Su-14-1. He'd already had 2 kills. He wasn't having a bad game at all. He got taken out probably by the WZ, I would say, or even one of those artilleries, certainly spotted by that WZ132. As Rheinmettal moves into the middle of the map, he's going to be searching for that Chinese light tank. He's still got premium rounds loaded. He doesn't want to risk bouncing any more shots into that tier 8 Chinese light tank. The score is 11-12, and Rheinmettal really wanting to make sure he gets rid of that vision out of the game, get rid of that WZ, and then it's just a case of searching and finding those last 2 enemy artilleries. Rheinmettal not stuffing around, he's going straight down towards the southeast corner. Maybe he's looking for Artie, or maybe he's looking for that WZ. Personally, I think he's just looking for whichever one he can find. The AMX 13F3 just picked up the kill on the M12. That tells me the WZ's spotting those artillery. Not sure if I'll be using HESH rounds against the M12. I reckon I'll be going for that WZ myself. 4 kills. Because the GW Panther just picked up the kill on the other artillery piece. That GW Panther, what's he doing? Picks up the kill. He was dangerously close to water, wasn't he? That GW Panther, but who knows? Maybe that's a legitimate spot for artillery. I certainly wouldn't know. 12-14, 1 versus 3 now for Rheinmettal. He's on 5 kills. If he can pick this up one, what's that going to be? That's going to be a Radley Walters if he can find the last 3 tanks. There they are. 1 quick shot into the M12 kills him. Auto aims on the little Frenchie. Cops the shot from the WZ, and I think now he's just got to He's just got to go for it, doesn't he? WZ on 195 hit points. Rheinmettal from Khan on 481. It's 1 versus 1 now. Auto aim shoots and misses. I'm moving my mouse around, trying to get a better view. In the end, he gets it. Gets the kill on the WZ and carries it with 8 kills on, what's it called? On Fisherman's Bay in that pretty tense ending in the M4190, the grand final tank. The German Tier 8 premium light tank. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery badge. It was also the Bruiser medal. Arsonist for setting a vehicle on fire. The Duelist, Fire for Effect. Radley Malters for getting those 8 kills. Dimitri's medal for killing 3 enemy artilleries, high caliber. And of course, the Top Gun. Not sure who did he set on fire. I can't remember which one he set on fire. Is that, it tells you somewhere. I'm sure. Maybe it was this guy. Who knows? But anyway, tops the score charts with 3,291 damage, 1349 base experience. Comfortably more than double what anybody else on his team did. That WZ132, to be fair, had a pretty good game though, with 22-21 damage. Probably just needed a few more kills. Or if you had killed Rheinmettal early on, then it certainly would have been a different result. Lost 51,000 credits with all that heat spam though. 29 shots fired, 20 hit, 19 went through. Pretty early he changed to premium ammunition, and not trying to be critical, but he probably didn't need to. But it was certainly a very tight and tense game in the M4190 Grand Final tank. Thank you very much for the replays, Rheinmettal. Padding those stats with the M3 Lee and carrying hard with the Radley Walters in the M4190. Once as usual, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the replays, lads. Don't forget, check us out on Facebook and Twitch. Links down there below. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you all next time.